Good day, guys. This is your tutor engineer. Today we'll be doing a question on analytical geometry for grade 12. So let's start. In the diagram below, point A, O, and B and C are vertices of a quadrilateral. D and E are the midpoints for A and C, are the midpoints for AC and BC respectively. So here is D, here is E. F is a point on DE, and B is a straight line drawn parallel to the y-axis, cuts the x-axis at T. So let's have a look. So these two lines here are parallel, and then this is angle theta. So let's get to the first question. Calculate the length of AB. Leave your answer in a set form. Okay, here is A, here is B. So working out the length for AB should be quite easy. So we'll say AB is equal to the x coordinate. The difference between the x coordinate is 2 minus 6 squared plus the difference between the y coordinate is 4 minus 2 squared. So even AB is squared. So this will be 2 minus 6. It will be minus 4 squared plus 4 minus 2. That's a 2 squared. So minus 4 squared is 16. 2 squared is 4. The answer is 20. So that should be AB squared. So you can put a square root side on both sides, so you get an AB. In a set form, 20 is the same as 4 times 5. The square root of 4 is 2. And then the square root of 5 will leave it as such. So the answer is in terms of units. So the second question is calculate the gradient for AB. So for the same line, we'll get the gradient. So the gradient is MAB. That will be YA minus YB divided by XA minus XB. YA is 4, YB is 2, XA is 2, XB is 6. So this will give us 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 6 is minus 4. The answer is minus 1 over 2. So prove that OA is parallel to AB. Here is OA, and then here is AB. Okay, let's deal with OA first. We'll work out the gradient for OA. Okay, in fact, let me just write it here. OA gradient. That would be y at O minus y at A divided by x at O minus x at A. Y at O is 0 minus y at A is 4. And then here will be 0 as well, minus 2. So that would be minus 4 divided by minus 2, which is a 2. So AB is parallel to OA because when you multiply their gradients, they will give you minus 1. So that's AB, which is minus 1 over 2 times 2 will give us minus 1. Therefore, they are parallel. In fact, they are perpendicular. Not parallel, they are perpendicular. Determine the equation for DE. Now let's have a look at our sketch. Here is D, and then here is E. Since D is the midpoint for AC, and E is the midpoint for CB, that's given. That will mean here that DE is parallel to AB. Since you know the gradient for AB is minus 1 over 2, then the gradient for DE will also be minus 1 over 2 since these two lines are parallel. And then you've got a point F, which is one coordinate, so we can easily get the equation using this formula. Y is equal to mx plus c. So the y coordinate is 9 over 2. The the gradient is minus 1 over 2, the x is 6, x coordinate of f is 6 plus c, I'm sorry. So this one will remain as 9 over 2, then 6 times minus 1 over 2 will give us minus 3 plus c. So that will be 9 over 2 plus 3 is equal to c. Lowest common denominator is 2. That will be 9. This will be 6 here. And then 9 plus 6 is 15 divided by 2. Therefore, the equation will be, let me write it where I'm supposed to write it. Okay. The equation here is y is equal to the gradient minus 1 over 2x and then plus c, which is 15 divided by 2. So now let's go to the fourth question. Determine the coordinate of C such that A, O, B, C in this order is a parallelogram. Let's look for point C. Point C is over there on top. Now let me just change the color for this question. Okay, let's start with the x coordinate. You'll realize that the x coordinate for B is 6. Since this is a parallelogram, the distance between O and A in the x direction is 2, since the coordinate for A is 2 there. So the same distance will apply between B and C on the x direction. So the x coordinate for point C will be 6 plus 2, right? This 2 here. Then comma, we'll get to the y coordinates now. The y coordinate is going to be likewise the same. Look at point A. Point A is 2 and 4. It means the y coordinate is 4 for point A, and then the distance between O and B, this distance here in the y direction is 2. That will be the same distance applicable for point A and C. It will be 2. So here the y coordinate for C is 4 plus 2. So I can simplify that as 8 x coordinate, then y coordinate is 6. So I have 8, 6 as the coordinate of C. That's it. 3.51 calculates the size of angle theta. Here is angle theta. First of all, I'll work out this angle here. I'll call it beta. And then I'll work out this angle here. What will I call it? I'll call it this, right? Okay, let's start with angle beta. Then these two angles, once I've worked them out, the theta is going to be beta minus angle phi, or alpha angle. Okay, let me start with angle beta. First of all, I know the gradient for OA. I've already worked it out before. It's 2. So I will say tan of beta is equal to 2. And then I'll get angle beta. It's arctan of 2, which is, using a calculator, arctan of 2 will give me 63.4 degrees. And then let me calculate the alpha the same way. Do I know this gradient? No, I don't know it as yet. So let me just work it out quickly. Shouldn't be a problem. So m for OF is going to be 9 over 2 minus 0 divided by 6 minus 0. So that will be 9 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 6, which will be what? 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 6 2 times. So this will be 3 over 4. So that means to get the angle phi, or the angle alpha, that would be alpha is equal to tan or arctan of 3/4, which is this gradient. Then alpha would be, let's see, arctan of 3/4 gives us 36.9 degrees. So that means angle beta will be 63, which is angle theta will be beta 63.4 minus 36.9. So the answer should be, let's see, 63.4 minus 36.9 gives us 26.5 degrees. And then finally, the area for ABT. Calculate the area for ABT if A and T are joined to form triangle ABT. Now let's have a look. Let's have a look at this final question. I like changing a color from here on. So here is T, here is A. So assume that there's a line joining T and A. Even though it doesn't look pretty. But yeah, this is the triangle in question. This is a triangle. We have to work out this area. Okay, first of all, this side here is the y coordinate of B, is 2 in length. And then what is this side between A and the horizontal side between A and B? I can project it like this. The length there between A and B is 6 minus 2 is 4, right? So that is the perpendicular length. So I can work out the triangle. If 2 is my base and then 4 is my height, or it's vice versa. You can call 2 your height and then 4 your base. But the bottom line is the area of a triangle is equal to half base times height. So half, if I call 2 my base and then 4 my height, the answer would be the area is 4 square unit. So that's it. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing.